Okay, best of Smols. Session 40. We're back for the final part. So, Yuki has just commandeered a racing chariot that's more like a big saw being driven by a Swobold, a jacked up kobold, who's been accompanied by a sleepwell. Which sleepwell? Any sleepwell. This one's nice. In great comparison to the rest of it.
Johnny Sleepwell.
Hang on a second. A certain someone is scratching on my door.
Oh, another part-time druid.
Hello, Sherman.
Hi, Sherman.
We now have 2 cats to interfere.
Well, mine left. So
We have replaced the cat that interferes.
It's just
They work on shifts.
Oh my
Yeah,
god,
they're
it's all conspiracy.
They're both part-time druids.
They have a very good union.
That would
they
explain.
still don't have thumbs.
give them time.
Oh, cursed.
I've seen that commercial. What if cats had thumbs?
I don't want to know what you're talking about.
Okay, not gonna say anything about that then. And well, it's taken a bit. You've been accosted by these several different merchants of numerous races. Some of them use the same cominium matrix as that blue-haired elf. But eventually you get to the Light Emporium. It is the most gaudy looking building you could ever imagine. It's just,
Oh, joy.
it is just standing there among the rows of market stores of wood and metal. This one's looked like it was really tasteful, but then looked like it took over by someone who believed appearance mattered more than anything else.
Gee, cannot imagine why Baba Yaga would shop here of all places.
On, isn't there?
That is until you step inside and the tonal shift of style gives you whiplash. It looks
We
like
all take 1 damage.
yes. It looks like you just stepped in an occult light shop, which you pretty much just have.
Is illusion trick?
Nope. It's just this bright.
It's nicely bright. It's actually rather dim in grand comparison. It just feels more like it's been lit by candles as opposed to oil lamps or anything using electricity or such like.
You have a quite peculiar definition of bright.
So has Yuki caught back up to us yet?
And suddenly the cat comes through the window.
Whoosh!
Yuki, give us a dexterity roll to say, please.
Okay. 24.
You land with a roll and leap up with a flourish.
Francine pulls out one of those like number cards you see when people like do ice skating. Just 10.
The Swobold.
Someone say cards?
Oh no!
Just let me
Not yet.
close this incident. The Swobold lands with a thud, and for those who have met Stubby in the past, not Yuki. Give us a intro, please.
Oh boy. Have I met Steven yet?
No.
I don't think you have, yeah.
Have
think
I
it's
met Stubby?
I think it's just Chef Ross.
I was gonna say it's
Yes,
just
yes.
me. I got a 13.
That small boat looks very familiar. If they lean down a fair bit, you feel sure that's a Stubby.
I have no idea what a
Oko-san
Stewie. Anius has no idea what a Stewie is.
Oko-san is not here. Do not care.
Are you quite all right?
I had a bunch of meatballs, and then it was Chariot Tuesday.
Hi, cousin.
Cousin Chief Ross, it's good to see you again. You never write, you never call.
Yes, because that isn't totally part of plan. What are you doing here?
Look, I was just out and about, just scouting for new locations. I think the term they used was turn left out Albuquerque. I ended up in here. I met this guy called Wibbler who offered me a franchise just for the measly cost of one copper piece. So I took it. And hey, I've been making about 20 gold per day.
So you followed some harebrained direction scheme. Okay, got it.
Who is
You
this
were not
Wibbler,
warned
and
about
where can I
Wibbler.
find him?
I'm surprised family did not warn you about Wibbler and people like him.
Oh, Wibbler did disappear years ago. But since this is the endless market, it kind of explains where he did end up.
When's the last time you've been out of Endless Market?
I don't know. I kind of lost track in here.
Well, I will send a note to your parents, letting them know you are not dead.
Could you just tell them that, well, I'm not dead, you boy, tell me where I am? I actually like it here. They're not trying to kill me at every opportunity. No one's trying to force me into marriage. And I like...
You just had to mention that today, did you not? Ugh.
Oh. Your mother's pushing that again, is she?
Mother is pushing that, yes.
They could always stay here in the endless market. She could never get in.
Yeah, I'm afraid I would not enjoy it here. Place is too bright.
Well, there are the other departments. Like Tokyo is the light. Yeah, as the name suggests, it is the brightest place. You can always hang out in the gardening section. The druids aren't too bad. After they had their afternoon nap.
Yeah, and I also assume a certain very particular person would not let me spend the rest of days in here. At least not until I finish doing what they want. Speaking of which, I must look for a certain lamp now.
A certain lamp, you say? So can't help you there. So if you don't mind me, I need to get back to my cartons. You know what I love about this place? You don't have to prepare the stuff. It's already there, ready to go. See, this fine fox lady, she's just clearing me out of meatballs. But when I get back to it, no, meatballs will be back.
Ooh.
Yuki's going to follow him in, see.
She's thinking about it.
Note that this idea won't be tied to any of our characters in a different session and a different campaign at any different time. It will definitely not be tied. No, in no way, shape, or form.
X.
Doubt.
If Lantern listens to this, he will know what I'm talking about.
Stamps? Is Stamps in the Endless IKEA?
Not exactly, no.
I've been sharing ideas with Sirot.
Oh, yeah.
I'm afraid.
And I've already run the base of it by Lantern, and he approved it, so, you know.
God damn.
I'm very afraid. There are going to be several indignities, aren't there?
Always.
How rude of me. I haven't introduced myself. Hello, I am Francine. I'm a friend of Chifrosis, and this is our mutual friend, Omnius.
Obvious waves.
Such a delight to meet you. It's always a friend. It's always good to be the friend of Chifros.
Likewise.
With that latter, the word friend is being used creatively.
Obvious smiles. Who is this Wibbler, and where can I meet him?
Oh, I haven't seen him for a while now. In truth, it feels like a bit of a lifetime since I first came here. And I haven't seen him since.
Don't you already have food-related business?
It couldn't hurt to have more.
How dedicated.
You know, I was just wondering, why do you have an ice cream style hat?
Oh. Would you like to learn about my ice cream business?
He strokes his chin for a moment, raises a finger to look like he's going to say yes, but then he decides, no, I've already got a franchise going.
Well, if you ever change your mind, Omnius pulls out a business card.
He takes your business card. He certainly offers one of his own. He's got a tagline of "Meat so fresh the animal doesn't even know it's gone."
An exchange of businessmen.
And then the sleepboat is on his way. And as he steps outside, the possibly Stubby and the chariot suddenly are launched out of the building as the damage undoes itself.
Wow.
So,
Let's do that again.
I would not suggest it.
What exactly did you do?
I ended up in a big chariot race with a bunch of bizarre creatures.
Uh-huh. Yeah, are you sure meatballs you had weren't laced with something?
I mean, they were a little stale, but
Eh?
Well, we all saw the chariot. I'm inclined to believe her.
Omnius nods.
That is the curse of that cart. The meatballs are always just a little stale.
also, can somebody explain why most of the people that were shopping around here either look like Cyrano or my papa?
Illusion magic?
You know, that makes sense.
The nerves of these people. I was so excited to see my creator again, and multiple times I had to figure out, unfortunately, it was not them. I don't think I like being deceived very much.
It is rather a unnerving effect for me to see this too. Ugh.
Omnius, hearing Francine, doesn't like being deceived.
it's at this point you hear the ding of a tabletop bell, and behind the counter of this store is a robed figure. Tall enough to be a human, slightly bit wider, but outside of robe, you don't know who this actually is. or what they are. Business?
Lamp.
Looking for a lamp for Baba Yaga.
Yes.
It's one of the sleeves just reaches out and points to a corner.
Reluctantly, Shifrost turns and looks at the corner.
In the corner, well, we've watched it already. There's a mixture of lamps. There's a carved wooden lamp. There's one cladded gold, very ostentatious. For some reason, there's a wooden cup there. You're not sure what that's doing there. And give us another intent as well, please, Chifros.
I'm going to fail one of these eventually. Not yet. 16.
You see it. You see the one. Some kind of oil fuel lamp that seems to be made of blackened hardwood. That seems to be a mixture of, it's either been grown or carved into a pair of twisting hands that reach out as you try to grasp some ball with a hole in between them, and a frosted glass orb just hovers above the hands with a shifting pattern which pushes the mind to the different seasons.
I do believe I have found what we are looking for. At least for now.
Huh, good.
So I walk over and how big is the lamp?
The dome is as big as your head, and it actually, the carved intertwined arms look as long as yours. So
Of course.
it's fairly substantial.
So I wouldn't be able to just easily pick this thing up and carry it up to the register because it's kind of unwieldy.
You can try.
I walk over and touch the lamp and go, okay, how much?
The figure just points at you, and it takes you a moment for you to realize he's pointing at your bag of holding.
I have that money for other purchase. Baba Yaga is going to bankrupt me for this, and then we are going to be left in lurch for actual thing we need.
The cloaked figure just tilts his head and just holds the sleeves arms together, just waiting.
So Shifrost is going to be as annoying as possible about this. He's also going to grab the little carved wooden cup that you mentioned.
Okie dokie.
And say, how much for this as well?
How to put this? A lifetime.
Figures. May use it in a minute.
Are you going to urinate in
May
it?
use it. Am I going to what?
Are you going to urinate in it?
No, that is not plan.
Why was that the first thing your mind jumped to?
I'm sure. I I don't know what this plan is, but I feel like he has a plan, and I am
Oh,
trying
he
to
does.
follow along.
But Shifrost doesn't explain plans.
I suppose that's fair.
You witnessed them.
You-
You just get to see the aftermath of everything.
I
So
Usually involving chicken hats.
Shifrost is going to reach into his bag of holding and pull out one coin at a time and look to the robed figure for confirmation whether he needs to pull out more or not.
But every coin.
This is going to take a very long time.
It's like
On
with the old lady
purpose.
counting
Yes.
pennies.
Yes.
Is this your card? How about this? This? Run.
He knows this probably won't help get him a better deal, but he's just going to be as petty as hell about it.
5 hours later, the coin.
Omnius
The
is just asleep on the closest chair.
coinage is
Oh, dear.
all on the desk. You lay the first gem out, and then, but the old figure just holds out a sleeve and just shakes his head. Enough. And then it just reaches over and just one swipe of the sleeve and the money's gone.
Well, I hope we have something left in bag for what we're actually here for, since we still don't know that one yet. So, with the transaction completed, Shifrost walks over, grabs the cup, points the cup at the lamp, with his free hand, pulls out the letter and goes, "Okay, come get your lamp."
The letter reads, "Fill with water."
Pee in the cup. Pee in the
Pee
cup.
in the cup. Pee in the cup.
One of us has a jug of alchemy.
I'm aware. Omnius pulls out the jug of alchemy. Omnius pulls out the jug of alchemy and fills the cup with water.
It's at this point a pair of pseudopods of water just rise out of it. They reach over and caress around the lamp, lifted it as with no problem, and then it just disappears into the cup. The end of one of the pseudopods just forms into a hand and pats Shifrost on the head before disappearing back into the cup.
I apologize for requesting you urinate in the cup.
You had feeling something like that would happen.
Yeah, you would have got slapped.
Slapped with my own urine, nonetheless.
Now his head's all wet.
Oh God!
Well, his head is wet. He's been patted on the head by a water tentacle, basically.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Imagine if that was the urine.
Yep.
Slapped in the face with a big hand that explodes.
God!
And Shifrost puts the cup back where he found it, still filled with water, because there's not really a convenient place to dump it out, and Lord knows he ain't drinking that stuff. Not after it's been magic like that.
You notice the water in the cup just drains away.
Fair enough. Okay. Now that we have done that quest, what does the letter actually say now?
The letter restores to its original formatting, and it states the item you seek is a very exclusive office chair from the office department in the endless library.
We've been sent for fancy desk chair.
Chair.
Francine,
You first.
Francine like puts away the book she got from Barnes and Royalty while Shifrost was stalling, and just like stands back up again. I thought they said we would know when we saw it. Why did they just tell us?
Have you any idea how many types of chair are here?
Fair enough.
Chair. The robed figure remarks.
Yes, we must now go find a chair.
Office department. Deep. Lost. Possibly dangerous.
Why is the office department dangerous?
Admin staff. And then,
Oh no, interns.
then he just nods, hits the bell on the desk again. Please come again. And just shuffles back into the darkness.
Not as creepy as I expected.
So bad?
Something tells me it's about to get much worse.
Omnius has just been casually shuffling his cards.
When
Speaking
did
of
you get cards?
Speaking of much worse,
Draw the card. Draw the card. Draw the card.
I don't have a good reason to yet.
Oh.
I'm just saying that he's shuffling them.
Oh dear.
he's just having itchy fingers. And
Both of us want to draw a card.
it's very much like Augustine's Book of Chains.
Mm.
But unlike I could just call for a con check to see if he resists, there's nothing I can really do to say, oh, you resisted it. Nah. I just have to give the right situation.
Yep. You just have to give me a reason to pull a card. Because as far as Omnius is aware, he has no idea what these cards do.
There's something I want to say to like maybe prompt it, but I don't think it would be in character for Francine. I heard typing.
Yeah, typing.
Yeah, I was looking up something.
Okay.
How hard is it to kill a bird?
No!
I was kind of looking up what exactly constitutes a card draw from the deck.
Maybe we should just.
You have to don't you have to see the face of the card?
You have to declare how many you intend to draw.
He's just shuffling the deck.
Yeah. See, the thing is, it depends on who you ask, but some people would say, yeah, shuffling is a form of drawing. You just drew the entire deck. Good luck.
Yeah,
Does it-
no.
Does it count if he drops one of the cards?
No. He has to
Oh.
declare he's actually drawing one.
Okay.
Yeah. What's the limit on? There's no limit on drawing, right?
Nope, you just have to declare how many you intend to draw, and then you draw that many.
All right.
And you have 11 cards.
Noted.
And it doesn't matter if you see the face or not. You can you can basically say, I draw 3 cards while running away from a monster and then just rip them off one after the other. You'll never see what happens until the effects hit you.
This is true.
How
Mental
about we
note
just
to self: draw it near Carver.
nice. How about we just go ahead and like hope that something prompts him to do it?
Yeah. Because as much as me, the person, wants to do it, he has no reason to.
Yeah.
Not with that attitude.
I mean, look at Ogo-san. But anyway.
Oka-san would be a very good reason to pull a card.
The person who's carrying the map that led to the Light Emporium, it suddenly slips from your grasp. Oh, imagine wherever you left it. It just flies around, but finally landed on the side. And for anyone who looks at it, they notice the map has changed. The text now reads, "Safe places to stay."
We pick up the wrong map somewhere.
Nope.
I think map is changing to suit our needs.
Oh, well, that's very kind of it.
The fact that it chose to say safe places to stay is a little disconcerting.
It's at
We
this,
should be all right as long as we follow the map.
it's at this time you hear the thud, thud, thud of one of those large giant mannequins. And you see its long legs just striding past the window to the shop. And you can see the locals just seem to duck away as that thing comes along. And light just returns to normal as it wanders off.
Please do not provoke giant mannequin.
I
Oh,
will
it's-
try my best.
They're going to use illusion magic to make mannequin look like chicken, aren't they?
Everyone turns to Yuki.
It just popped in.
I feel like chicken tonight. Chicken tonight.
Oh no. It's the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
Why would you think of the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man?
I could tell.
Harmless!
Not that we didn't have this discussion, 5 days ago?
Yeah.
Completely different reasoning, but still. We will not get anywhere until we start moving, so I guess we better try to make it to office and hopefully find safe haven.
Yes, that sounds like a plan.
So you follow the map. Business as usual is going on outside. You see the small drake things, just some stay in the cages, some fly around. Give it a bit more light. In some cases, evidence has been flashed by the ultraviolet lights at least twice now. Twice more.
You just hear a "think fast, Chuckle Nuts," as he gets flashbanged by an ultraviolet light.
Oh dear, oh dear. Are you all right?
No.
Perhaps we should find it. Perhaps on the way we should find a section of the store with those glasses with the shade thingies on them.
See, I've just been keeping my eyes closed this whole time. Bumps into various things along the way.
Bumps into
Not
this.
suggest that either.
It's just a horrible thought that obviously is just going to try to steal Krikwa's hat at some point. And
Yeah, he respects Kiko too much to do that.
and Krika would not take kindly to it.
Exactly.
Considering who Krika stole that from. So eventually you leave Lightopia, and you feel you've been watched through the rows and rows of beds and mattresses and pillows. You see basically one gnome clad in pillows, like battle armor, holding onto a table leg, just eyeing you up. You get a feeling they're trying to figure you'll be better steamed off boiled. So eventually you reach a little sectioned off area where it's a number of buildings are set up. Let's say a number of buildings. One's basically an area of tents, another's an area of caravans. There's some quaint little wooden cottages, other large areas of stone and other fancier augments to the structure. So, which one takes your fancy?
Scanning the area.
Oh, among the caravans, you notice a war machine. For Yuki and Chifros, it's about the same size as the one you would cover from Starachus. But on the side is written the desert cat, the desert moose.
You know what sucks is Francine has no reason to be offended by that. But it is Warforged, so Warforged or War Machine, is there a difference?
War Machine is a big giant car.
Oh. Okay.
It's a Mad Max vehicle.
All right. Francine, I guess, walks towards the desert moose out of curiosity.
A war machine in a place like this? Interesting.
So we should probably not tell Snark because we had a hell of a time getting one of those.
Indeed, indeed.
Are there any other war machines in the area?
A few smaller ones. But you get a general feeling they're not going to move.
Not like she was gonna use any of them.
Oh, yeah.
Just like, oh, this is here. That's weird. Actually, would she know? Would she know about the desert moose specifically, like that kind of model?
You know the existence of the war machines. You know this thing's more of a scavenger type. The one those to take out, kind of live in for a while. It's cramped. Cramped is used to drag the scrap back in. You also haven't heard the tale of the desert moose of Starachus. And how, if you ever see this animal, you flee.
Oh, is the war machine an actual moose?
It's not actual moose, but it does have antlers.
It's named after an animal.
Okay,
basically.
okay. She's gonna back away slowly, remembering the flea detail.
Yes, because she's never actually seen a desert moose, so she just assumes this is what it looks like.
It gives me Tyrone vibes. I don't know why.
Who is this Tyrone you speak of?
I do not know. I feel like a force beyond had compelled me to give this vehicle I shall never see again a name.
Tyrone. I mean, I did name an island Dave, so I can't fault you.
I hope this thing holds up with water.
Anyways, chair. Pardon me, got distracted.
You think it's named Cheriel?
That would be a very apt name. That would also be a very apt name.
Howdy, doody-doo, what can I do for you? A voice calls out from behind you.
I immediately hate whoever this is.
He is wearing a long blue, well, mostly blue jacket that somehow defies the laws of reality. It has a tartan pattern on it. He's very vocal and moves his hands a lot, but the pattern doesn't move. He has a big wide-brimmed hat. He has a smile that looks like his bottom jaw should fall off. And
God, he's going to sell us a boat, isn't he?
And Lantern hates his character already. How may I help you? Oh, I see you're eyeing up this beauty. If you're looking for a place to stay, you can stay here for a few days or a few gold pieces. She'll do you just. However,
Are you referring?
However, if your comfort is what you're really looking for, we have cottages, we have apartments, we have flats, we have a house made of mattresses. Whatever you want, we will have it. If we don't have it, we'll make it. And if we can't make it, we'll find a way.
To imagine that, like, he just completely freezes as he says, "Find a way." Just like, fucking spam 10 looking at the ground, like, Mike.
It is peering across and going, line.
I do not believe we intend to stay here, do we?
Not unless we have to.
Yes.
Oh, what is it you want to do then? What is your purpose? How may Stan make your day so much better, and mine as well?
Chef Ross is going to leave off the easy way he can answer that question. Do you know where they sell office chairs?
Oh, the office department. It's just a wonderful place, so friendly, so welcoming, so lost.
Are you saying the entire department is lost?
We kind of lost the maps to the place.
You don't know where it is?
Oh, it's around here somewhere. Oh, it's certainly around here somewhere. But I can't tell you exactly at the moment.
Seems like a bad... that seems like an important thing to know if you work here.
Oh, I work here. I work in the housing department. Guests come and go. Mostly come. I make sure they have a good place to stay. Be it the... Quite a few enjoyed the time they spent in the Desert Moose. Mind you, they don't want to stay afterwards. So they usually go for something... Hell, they go for the building mattresses. They keep stealing the mattresses. They get annoyed about that.
He's not answering my questions.
Because he wants to sell you a room, Francine.
This feels deceptive.
Yeah.
Should we just go, or...
Shifrost
think-
pulls out the map and checks it to see if we're anywhere near a "you are safe here" spot.
Dead on.
Huh?
Okay, map confirms this is safe spot. Keep in mind for later in case we need to come back.
Suppose.
Please tell me there's like a little like blip on the map, like you are here.
Yep.
Yes.
It is very much like the mapping in Puss in Boots, where you're all represented by a little icon. Yuki's the fox. Shifrost is represented by his bagpipes. Ominous.
Trash can.
Yeah.
Francine's probably just a gear or something.
The sun.
The sun.
The sun. Yes, the sun. Correct.
We're all represented by Monopoly pieces.
Mapopoly.
Wait, that would make Omnius represented by a bindle.
Yay. Bindle.
Yay. Wimble.
At least it's not a splanch.
Oof.
I played the boots. I also played the boots. They're all boots.
I always played the dog.
Mm,
No,
I don't remember what I played.
I don't either. Was there a chair? We could really use a chair right about now.
For some reason,
Well,
there's
if you-
no chair in front of you.
I suppose I'll just.
Francine just like confused, like sits down, like
I guess. Do we?
she's not quite sure why she's sitting. She just felt like she had to.
Is this the chair we're looking for? Actually,
Is it?
It is not an office chair.
it's a kitchen chair. What a shame. How are we supposed to find a department store if we don't know where it is?
Oh, Stun knows knows that. You take part in arbitrary sign missions and help out the locals, and they in turn shall help out you find your goal.
I am very uncomfortable.
Okay, must find out locals worth helping. Who else is around here?
He gives you a big old list of locals revolve around the different departments, sellers, watchmen.
Omnius is just like, that's gonna take too long. Can I just threaten the guy?
I'm helping people. However, do as you wish with this man.
Shifrost, can I threaten this guy?
I have a feeling if you threaten this guy, Massive Mannequin may threaten you.
Ominous, you feel like turning around.
I'm going to draw a card.
Yes.
One more quick little shuffle. Okay. How many cards?
1.
You're drawn the donjon.
What does that do?
The donjon that's a good question.
It's been nice knowing you.
Mm.
Well,
Joy.
time to die. It was lit, fam.
It's at times
You
like these
disappear. You disappear and become entombed in a state of suspended animation in an extra-dimensional sphere. Everything you are wearing and carrying stays behind in the space you occupied when you disappeared. You remain imprisoned until you are found and removed from the sphere. You cannot be located by divination magic, but a wish spell can reveal the location of your prison. You draw no more cards.
Yippee!
Where did
Oh, great. Now we gotta do all these services not just to find where the office place is, but now to find Omnius.
just been?
Which
Can
means
I-
that the deck of
can
many
I-
things is also left behind.
Yeah. Can I make a suggestion to the DM?
Yes, you can.
You'll
Could
find that we are
Omnius
very...
Could
Okay.
Omnius, instead of being trapped in a extra-dimensional prison, be instead trapped within the office department?
It's also, I realise I've drawn from the wrong pile, but we're going
Ah.
to run for this anyway. Since you are giving me a better suggestion, you are now in the office department, you are in the cubicle, you are now wearing a suit, and someone has just come in, dropped a load of paperwork into an inbox. You've gotten worse than being stuck in an interdimensional prison until you're rescued. You're now in the office department working a day job.
Working 9 to 5.
The worst. He's actually working on taxes.
Yep.
Omnius is quite literally just strapped to the chair.
Oh,
Wait, no,
Christ.
Omnius is strapped to the chair that they need.
There is a cup of coffee at your desk. It's never empty. It just magically keeps refilling, so you never have to get up for a coffee break.
What about using the bathroom?
You're burned. You figure it out.
That's true.
There's a wooden. You see, there's a little wooden cup underneath your chair.
Oh no! The only way out. That's the only way out.
The thing about the endless market, that ain't a problem. Truthfully, you eat more because you want to rather than you need to. Also,
Oh joy!
a co-worker comes to join you in your cubicle. As in join you, I mean to bore you to death with boring stories. He's a balding fellow with glasses. He holding a cup that he spends mostly stirring. You get the impression he has never worked a day in his life.
And if he got fired, how else would the coffee cup get around?
Oh yeah.
Omnius is just in an infinite amount of pain.
And he goes into excruciating detail about the details of what his favorite NFL team did in free agency this year.
Oh,
Honestly,
Lord.
To me, that doesn't sound that bad, but to Omnius, this is torture.
He's in the bad place.
Yeah. This is Omnius's personal hell.
This-
Well, I gather up all of his belongings, since they're now just laying on the floor, tuck them in a neat little, just kind of tuck everything in one neat little ball, basically,
Oh, boy.
and shove it inside the bag of holding, so when we find him, we can give all this stuff back.
Yes.
It was a snake toward that car, but I'm glad I did.
So you pulled it out of the pile of cards that you removed.
It was a pile of cards that would have done too much damage. It's a case of, oh yeah, the void, the stuff that affects levels. I'd remove them
But-
because they'd be too troublesome to figure out.
The card has been drawn. The fate has been cast. Time to rescue Amidus.
Have a blast.
You didn't have to remove the. You didn't even need to keep the Fates card in, or the Flames card in either. He's already got that effect.
He's already in hell.
No,
Yep.
Flames, the powerful devil, becomes your enemy.
The-
Oh,
He's
yeah.
already got that effect.
Well,
That's
he's a demon
true.
lord. He'll be fine.
He's also an alderman. He's a bunch of things.
Impressive.
Who is also a twin.
Well, he
Who
did.
is Italian?
Well, you do bring up the fact of being a twin, and he did pay for the deck of many things with feathers.
This is true.
What? What was
Oh.
behind him though that compelled him to draw the card?
Well, it was another giant mannequin.
Hello.
It just wanders off.
It sensed the threat of one of the employees of the Infinite IKEA being hurt and just kind of went to check on the situation.
Yeah, it was the instinctive reaction of fight or flight. And flight was the answer.
Apparently.
Flight is now the answer, but you have no option for that.
Yeah, because I'm strapped to the office chair.
Filing everyone else's taxes.
And I don't get paid.
And he's probably listening to the worst elevator music ever.
No. His cubicle mates have all picked up talk radio.
Yes.
Oh god, it's NPR.
Yes.
And one of the taxis you had to figure out, Okasan's.
Why does he have so many tax write-offs?
No, even worse. Randomly, Okasan gets sent to the same place, and they end up becoming cubicle mates.
I will run that by Lantern. But that's objectively the funniest option.
Once
He's
the
just
deck of many things improved the scenario.
Yeah.
we need to focus. We need to focus. If he just pulled out one of those cards and then he disappeared. What happened?
That is what cards do.
We should definitely not touch those things.
We should definitely never touch those things. Unfortunately, as soon as he comes back, he will probably draw a new card.
Oh no. We should warn him.
I think he knows by now.
Jump cut.
He was choking on the coffee there.
No, he drank the coffee while it was too hot.
That's
Hot! Too hot!
Super hot.
We should probably look for the chair. The sooner we get out of this place, the better.
And once we find Cher, if we have not found him, we still have to find Omnius.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So I guess I will look at list and see if anyone on list is nearby and what they need.
yeah. It may be a case of splitting the list up between the three of us and going separately and see if we can find something, and then maybe meet back here once we've got any information.
Yes, that is an excellent idea.
It is
All right.
Nobody go on any extra chariot rides alone.
You have my word.
All right.
I'm not hoping to draw this session to a close.
Oh no.
Cliffhanger!
Because it's
Yippee!
talking to Sir Arts. This was going to be more than one session anyway. I just didn't expect it to be taking this direction.
By now you should know.
Yeah. You really shouldn't trust me with anything.
You shouldn't trust any of us with anything like that, really.
Did we spend the majority of this session joking about Omnius working an office job?
The last
No.
the last hour of it, yeah.
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 Did we? We spent an entire episode on this.
I mean, we
Yep.
spent most of the episode looking for a lamp.
Yep.
No, I mean
Probably
this
not,
part
yeah.
of the episode.
But this
Yeah.
the last third of the session, yes. That
What are we doing?
that was heavily office joke inspired.
Yes.
I meet a guy. His name's Jim.
So,
You steal his identity.
Identity theft is not a joke, Francine.
so until next time, folks.
Take care, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Millions of families suffer every year.
Send help.
You wouldn't download an identity.
We have fun here.
We do.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye.